Hello there, welcome to the O7 Academy, where your interest in computer is our goal. Now, in our last video, we actually looked at CSS display and position. So today we'll be working on a navigation bar, making a navigation bar or navigation menu using CSS. So in our editor, we'll be creating two files, which is one for HTML and the other for CSS. I'm going to call this navigation, and the other, so you can choose whatever name that suits your project. It may not be navigation, but the thing is that your link must be exact as your terms of HTML. So we'll be opening the HTML. We don't have it open here. Come back to our folder, and this is it. First of all, we link them together. So above our head tag, just come here and use our link tag, and we use this for going down or going up to make it simple for us. So enter, sorry about that, link, first one. So in our href, asking the location of an external file. So at the external file will be navigation. So we have css.css, and we'll just tap on it. Now we'll link them together. Now in our body tag, we'll be actually creating a div container, and above the div we'll be creating a class, and we'll call the class nav bar. Choose whatever name that suits you, and in here we're going to be creating two elements, which is we have the one of span, sorry, love to cancel that. So just tap on this snippet, and under this we'll be creating an h1 tag. We have h1 of logo, then we'll break it, then we have name. But I would love to be putting this outside. I don't want it to be inside, so I'll actually cut this out. I'll put it outside the span tag, paste it. I want it to be on its own. Then in here I'll be creating an ordered list, and under this ordered list I'll create a list of home. Before I create the list, because I want it to be a link, so I'll actually put an a tag of ref. Then I don't actually want to create a page I'm linking to. I just want to show you how it works. Then in your own spare time, you can actually create other pages for it and link it up. So that isn't difficult. If you don't know how to do that, you can check that on our previous video. So same thing here. Tap on the first one, then I'll type about, and I'm going to come down here and put a list. Tap on the first one, a tag, tap on it. Then in here I'm going to put contact us. Then the last one I'll be putting a tag, and I'll be putting register. And outside the div container, div element, I'll be creating a button which I want to put at the center of the page. So I'll come down to look for the button. So I want to use this one, so enter, we have it. Then I'll put click me. I'll put a smiley emoji. So we are done with the HTML. Let's see what. So we have something like this in our preview. Now I want to remove all the unusual spacing and all of that. So next we are going to our HTML, our CSS file. Since we've linked it from here, so just go to our navigation of CSS. So when creating a CSS file, I actually advise you actually put this asterisk sign. What this means is that it affects all elements you are going to create. It affects every element. So we want to be removing margin from all the elements, the one we have created and the one we are going to create. So putting margin to 0, padding. That's padding is inner spacing within an element, while margin is outside an element. And I'm creating our border box to be box sizing. So what this border box does is that it actually avoid unnecessary spacing also. That's when you give something a padding on a margin, it will just increase the, it might be a div container or the parent element you actually use. To just increase the spacing. So here we have it, no padding, no margin, nothing, just pure. So in here I'm first going to be using, we'll first styling our container, which is .navbar. So in our container we're giving it a display of flex, because I want all of them to be in one line of flex, apart from the um button, because the button we actually created it outside the div container, so it won't be affecting that. Display of flex, position. No, I won't be using position here. No, the position is okay. So display, and I'm using just align item. First of all, I'll go down. Okay, this thing misbehaves. Align items, second one, and I'm going to do center. So align items, it means it centralizes it from the top and bottom, gives it, it centralizes it horizontally. So center, I'm going to give it a justify content. Justify content is actually from the left and right, so actually either from the center, whether you want to put in the center or left or right in a div container. So this, we won't be using any of that, we'll be using space between. So actually separate the h1 element from the span. So we have this here, and I guess that's all. Okay, let's see what we have. So we have something like this. So I'll be putting a border in our div container, a border, to actually see what we're working on. A border, 1 pixel, sorry, or you can just come here and put this pixel solid red. So we have something like this, no padding, no margin, nothing. Now the logo name is attached to the center, so as the this thing, if we're going to give a padding or a padding, I'm going to see that. But since we're going to align all these to look beautiful, so you're going to see it at the end. So coming here, under our nav bar we have the h1. I guess we'll be leaving the h1 like that for a while. So we'll go to the dot nav bar. Under our nav bar we have the span tag, and under this, sorry, this is wrong. I'll be coming here. Okay, and we have a span tag. Since it's just an tag, so we don't require dot or hashtag, unlike the class and id. So under this span we have a ul, which we also affect the list also. You don't actually need to put a list. So in this ul we're actually giving a justify, a display first of all of flex, then we're going to give it a justify content center, no, not center, I want to be spaced evenly. Okay. Spaced evenly. Yep. So correcting what we have here. Yep. So that's done. Spaced evenly, and so it's actually displaying the flex. All of them are in one line. So and we have we have bullets there, which is the dot attached to it. So we want to actually remove it. So we'll put list style, list style none, to actually remove those bullets we're seeing there. If you are familiar with text format, you actually know what we're talking about. So list style none. Then okay, that's all. So under, I'll actually be copying this, copy, then I'll come and I'll paste it over here, and we have an a tag under it. Sorry, L, the list tag. Then after the list tag, we have an a tag under it. So to actually remove, the underline and the blue color, we could just come over here. I'll put text decoration because it's actually underlined. That's the default for all a tag. So text decoration, we put in none. So color, we put in white. Then we have sorry, color white. Then padding, to actually give spacing between them, padding will just be 2 pixels, because if you don't give space, they will actually be joined together. 2 pixels solid. Then okay, we have okay, I want to give it a font size, cut, so it won't be small. Font size of 20 pixels. In case you don't remember pixel, just come over here. In case you want to use any other measurement, you can just tap on it for a long time and you have a lot of measurements here, which is pixel, rem and pt, and also percent here over here. So but for here, this will be using pixel. So font size 20 pixel. So we already have a color white, that means we won't be seeing it. So we'll come to our container, which is the navbar, and we'll be giving it a background color. Let's go down. Okay, that's it there. Background color of, I would love to give a background color of red. Don't know, love red. Should give me a background color of red. And I'll actually come and dot navbar. Under the navbar, we have an h1 tag, not it within the span, it's on its own after, just after the navbar. So we'll be giving it color white. So I guess that's all. So we actually did everything at once, but at least I was explaining that well. So we have something like this. We have padding between them. Now we no longer have the weird underline and the blue color. We now have a color of white. Then we have a padding from there, and also the logo name is white, which is our a tag. So we have something like this. So beautiful, like, well, I want to give the our container a margin and also a padding. So I'll come here to try to make it beautiful. I'll come here. So this isn't really hard. It's one of the simplest things to do. I'll come here and put margin of 2 pixels from every side, from the top button, and I'll come here and put in a padding from within. I want from within, so I'll come and put a padding. I'll call it 5 pixels. So that's all. Sorry, made a mistake somewhere. Okay, this isn't closed, so this is affecting all others. So we'll be closing this. Okay, now we have this red, this notice or warning sign are gone. So if you have that, so you just for your mistake. So we have it, as you can see, spacing, and also from the inside, from within, also spacing. So we have this wonderful thing. So as you can see, it's tend to look for a page but it's not seeing one. So we have something like this. Beautiful. Now for the last one we're doing today, we'll be styling our button. So our button, since it's on its own, we just come and put button, not under any div container. Button, we just come and put, I want the background to be green. I want the border to have a border radius of about, I'll call it, no, 12, no, 11 pixel. Then I want the color to be white. Then after that, I want the font size to be about 22 pixel. So, and I want the font weight to be about 600. Okay, 600. Now that's it. Then I want it to be centered. Now for us to, I will first give it a padding. A padding from the top and bottom, I want it to be 4 pixel, and from the left and right, I want it to be 8 pixel. So basically that's it. You can actually give it, you can actually customize it by actually making it top, right, left, and bottom, just as it is. So having put this, so I want to give it a margin. So giving it a margin, I want to give it a margin from the top of about 20 pixel. Now I want to be centralized, so I just have to come here. You can type it anyway, but we have it over here, auto. What auto means is that it will detect the space from left to right and it will centralize itself in the middle of the page or a container. In a container, we'll be using a different technique actually, but it, so we have something like this. Okay, not yet centered the page. So I guess we'll be using the display flex here, display flex, to actually make it move to the front center. So using display flex means it will not become in line, not on its own, because I guess the default here is actually inline. So we're actually changing from inline to display flex to actually bring it to the middle. Check our preview. Now we have something like this. Now as you can see, we have a weird, like a black line. This to desktop mode. So I see we have a, so I can be able to zoom out. Okay, that's something like this. So you can see in our bottom we have a weird black line. It's called an outline. So I'll be removing that. And also the border, it might also be the border. So I'll just come outline, none, then border, none. So no warning sign. We're all good to go. So we have this removed. So I will remove from desktop mode. So we have this. Beautiful. So you can also use this technique to also create, you can also use this technique for also creating your own personal website. That is, after creating a div for your text about yourself, and also your picture might float to the left, to right, and also a lot of other things. So thank you for watching. Love to see you in our next video. So please like, share, subscribe. Thank you once again.